Good evening and welcome then to LUTV's coverage on this Wednesday night. Leeds United Women back on home soil as they look to bounce back from defeat to Barnsley last time out. The two teams in the tunnel at the Stockport Stadium in Tadcaster, and hopefully a big night for Leeds United Women to bounce back and get the 3 points. Rebecca Bass is leading the team out by the looks of things for now, and ready to try and get the action underway. So it's Stockport County, the visitors tonight, 7th versus 8th in the table. A very close battle expected. Stockport have 1 point from the opening 2 games, and these two teams are very familiar foes. They played 3 times last season. We can get into all the action last time out, but 7th versus 9th, should I say, in the table. So Leeds on 3 points, Stockport's on 1, but very early days with the likes of Barnsley, Newcastle United and Middlesbrough winning all of their 2 matches. Finally, after a short delay, we are back and out of the tunnel, and Leeds started the season with a win and then followed it up with a defeat. It was a loss to Barnsley after that 1-0 success over Hull City. These two teams, though, as I say, Leeds beat Stockport twice. Kirsty Hunt scored a rare goal last season, a moment to celebrate. Rebecca Hunt, Rebecca Bass and Abby Brown then scored in the 3-1 success as Leeds United will go with the following starting 11 tonight. Is Handy, Bass, Hamill and Elliott, Danby, Brown, Smith, Hannon, Bartup, Witham and Ellis. And then it is Pomfrey, Price, Robson, Suarez, Martins and Underdown. Rick Passmore's side in action for just the 3rd time this season that will have to be at the best to beat Steve O'Hara's team. It is Bolland, Jane, Weston, Davis, Carrington, Houghton, Rathburn, Owen, Battle, Bentley and Figueiredo, Howard, Bradshaw, Wild, Ritchie and Forrester. You might well spot in the new look strip for Leeds United that the players are wearing black armbands tonight. There will be a period of silence and a respect as well for the Leeds United Women's Chairman Chris Bennett, who sadly passed away at the age of 71, and from a supporter apparently isn't a chairman. I am joined tonight by Leeds United player Paige Williams, who we will get into the depths of this team first, Paige, but I know before the game the players are going to pay their respects to someone they hugely respect.
Yeah, Chris, he was at every training, every game, massive support last season. We went through the ups and downs, and on behalf of myself and obviously the girls, we want to send our love to his family and friends through this difficult time. Yes,
certainly echo that as well. Everyone from Leeds United and LUTV thoughts with his family at this sad time as we await this moment of reflection here at the Stockport Stadium. So kick-off nearly upon us then at Tadcaster. So Leeds United will hope to get back to winning ways. As I said, joined by Paige tonight, who, without disappointing myself, I know you'd rather be out on the pitch with the players. There's nothing wrong with that at all, but you are suspended. A couple of games to miss, but it's a game that Leeds would like to think they're going to win tonight on home soil, but Stockport proved last time out in the Cup that they're certainly a tough team to beat on their best day as well.
Yeah, definitely. Stockport are a strong side. They always turn up like they've got nothing to lose, which is difficult for us, and it's a big challenge. But last time they came here, we won, and it was a great goal, obviously like you mentioned before, by Kirsty Hunt. So hopefully we can deliver it again at Tadcaster.
Yeah, so Rebecca Bass did make her way towards the centre of the pitch to discuss with the referee, but we are going to be a little bit past the original kick-off time. A couple of new faces for the season. If you have just started watching the Leeds United Women for the first time this year, they have played a couple of games that have unfortunately clashed with other fixtures with the club, but we have got the likes of Jenny Handy, that's a newcomer, Izzy Elliott, Danielle Witham and Macy Ellis. How have it's a bit of a new look and a new start, I know, with Rick Passmore coming in, he's not a new face to Leeds United, but how is the mood in the camp? Is it positive after the first 2 games?
Yeah, definitely. I think from the get-go it's been really positive atmosphere. We've all got lots of drive to win games, get points. Obviously a few letdowns with results, but like I said, hopefully tonight we can bring that back, and the newcomers have been absolutely brilliant, so all positive vibes all around, to be honest.
Yeah, fingers crossed it stays that way for the next 90 minutes as the 2 captains get their traditions out of the way, and now eventually what looks to be the longest pre-match huddle for a long time. One of them run out of things to say in there as Catherine Howells, Bridie Hannon, the ones that will generally try and give out the instructions.
Now Bassie's getting a few words in now.
Is she as dominant as she comes across on the pitch? Very physical, very commanding?
Yeah, 100%. She's no different off the pitch than she is on the pitch, but I suppose that's what you need in your team.
Yeah, it certainly is, as we'll expect to see her charging down either flank, whether she plays left back or right back. So it will be Laura Bartlett to start through the middle of the attack. The main goal scoring threat last season for Leeds, had a really good season, but wasn't at the goals herself. Abby Brown, the number 9 jersey, just in front of the camera, also chipped in with some goals. Sarah Danby got a couple as well. Toward the end of the season, Leeds had to spread the game and the goals around. So we are finally underway. We need to hope to really start on the front foot. It is Izzy Elliott at left back by the looks of things, but Danby in midfield and not really given too much help, but does very well to get the ball away and out towards Smith as Bass goes with the lofted looping ball forward. Good work from Danby in midfield and a prodded effort to try and go further wide. Scrappy starts in the middle of the park, and it was Witham that was trying to steer it away from trouble. So Stockport, for the first time in proceedings, get the opportunity to bring the ball down, but Leeds will smother and start the press with Brown, who tries to turn away and runs into trouble. But a rather frantic start early doors as Hamill will take control of things and go back into the goalkeeper Jenny Handy, who really composed there from defence across to Hannon. Now Leeds in possession. Danby nearly trods on the ball. We'll say it was a trick at first because the little step over got her the free kick, and it was a definite decision the referee had to make. And inside the first minute, Paige, it's said to say it's been rather frantic.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think we've really settled. Obviously it's only a minute in, but I think we need to be more composed and just take charge of the game.
Yeah, Brian Hannon will have the opportunity to go crossfield. We know that's one of her main weapons in her game, is the ability to pick a pass from deep. Her long ball that time was blocked by Stockport, who could only clear to Danby in the centre circle, who eventually switches the play out wide, a bit too far in front of Brown, but the idea, at least something that can be built on for the rest of this game. Trying to ask Paige's inside knowledge. We believe we've got a 4-3-3, which is what we look like straight away from a couple of minutes we are setting up, so it should really be Witham, Smith and Danby sitting behind Brown, Ellis and Bartup. Stockport will maybe try and match up as Smith drags the ball away, but it was for nothing because Bridie Hannon is punished for a foul just near the centre circle. Stockport taking their time in possession. Out they go towards the left-hand side of defence, where Abby Carrington works the opportunity to keep it in play. Leeds though get it back, and now it's with Bartup, who can try and switch the play. I think she does the right thing by slowing and stopping this attack, and it's a really dangerous ball into the box. Unfortunately, that is where Laura Bartlett would normally be stood. But good to see her try and mix it up a little bit, drop short for possession.
Yeah, she is good at that. She likes to come in a lot and ask for the ball, but then obviously, like you said, it's just needing someone to replace her up top, and someone really should have been there, but it's not a bad start.
Yeah, out towards the right of defence for Stockport. They've run into trouble. Good work from number 17, Danielle Witham, who's still got possession. She is driving into the penalty area. Chance to cut it across the box. It's going to fall to the far post. An ambitious backheel by Macy Ellis. Very confident. Got the contact on it, but not the required power that it needed. Abby Brown wrestles the ball back illegally, according to the official. And the player down is Maria Figueiredo. Is the one to watch, you would suggest, from last season for Stockport. In the last season, she got 14 goals, yet to score this season, and we don't mind being biased. We hope that continues tonight. Yeah,
definitely, hopefully. I think she's been one that we've mentioned for analysis to keep an eye on, so I thought like the girls are pretty much prepared.
Yeah, starting out wide as Leeds get the ball back. Jenny Handy straight off her line to make sure that she can dive in possession, get Leeds ticking over the line, as well as Hamill trying to go down the line to Bass. And there's been a stop-start sort of performance for Leeds so far. Again, a turnout that is well met by the fans. Plenty there for some Wednesday night action. Of course, the first team out on the Ellen Road surface last night against Everton. And the ball played in behind. And I've spoken to a couple of your teammates, Abby and Jodie, about the effect it's had of playing in Tadcaster in front of a crowd. How have you enjoyed it as much as they have? It's been a great experience, or is it nerve-wracking? You've got used to it slowly but surely?
I feel like the first few games, the spectators wasn't massive, so it wasn't too bad. But as obviously time's gone on, they've been flooding in, and you do get nervous. But once you start kicking the ball around, it's good to have them there.
Yeah, of course, it was capped off by that day at Ellen Road as well, which was a really good occasion. Laura Bartlett decided to bring her best performance and score a boatload of goals on that afternoon. As Leeds, again, looking pretty comfortable defensively. Stockport are trying to play the ball side to side, but they're not exactly making many inroads 5.5 minutes in.
No, I feel with pressing well out of possession, which is what we've been working on massively, so they're definitely demonstrating it in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Leeds lose out as the ball is played out towards the left hand side. Kenzie Bentley will chase. She does have Rebecca Bass for company, and Bass and the rest of her teammates get across to the ball. We'll need a new ball at the Sotrac Stadium, provided by the Leeds coaching staff via Kennedy Owen in the number 8 jersey for Stockport. Leeds clear away with Hamill. It looks like Leeds have got the decision they wanted as well, so Leeds United number 5 will get the chance to take a throw, albeit a referee not happy with the new ball we received. So stop-start sort of vibe at Tadcaster tonight. Is this going to pass the test? Yes.
Seems to be happening a lot in the last few games we've been playing. Been changing the balls.
Bartup inside. It's good hold-up play from Laura Bartup. Danby tries to go over the top. It's a good idea as well. And Macy Ellis with a strong challenge. They are going to be told Stockport to get on with matters, and we might get a break in play here. Macy Ellis was charging forward. Stockport have asked for a free kick. I think the referee is going to let the physio on. I mean, first of all, we hope the Stockport player down is okay, and I don't want to speculate who it is, but it was a nasty fall. I don't want to say it was a foul. It was certainly a coming together, whether it was a shoulder to shoulder or was a push. But do you see anything, Paige, that you thought was untoward?
No, I feel it was a fair challenge, to be honest. I think Macy's pace is sensational. She's really quick, and I suppose when you're running at that speed, you can't necessarily always stop yourself. But no, I didn't think there was anything.
Just
on that.
Looking at the replay, I thought that was a more awkward fall. She seemed to hit the head on the ground. So we again hope that that player can continue and there's no injury whatsoever for the Stockport County player that is on the ground, but again, with it being a head injury, our thoughts are with her. And just make sure that everything's okay physically, make sure the checks are carried out. And often I think with the players, you sort of relax a little bit as you felt the shoulder to shoulder, whether she relaxed and landed awkwardly, and that maybe made matters worse. But it was the first real time, just to go back to the action, we've seen Macy Ellis maybe chase the long ball down and try and use the pace of hers.
Yeah, I feel like the Stockport player was quite square on, so obviously when Macy's ran into her, she's obviously taken a few steps back and fallen. But then again, I thought it was Macy's pace. She just can't stop herself by the looks of things.
Yeah, the Leeds players will just try and dissect the first few minutes of the game, the tactics. You can see Rebecca Bass giving those orders out. Catherine Smith is also very vocal in that discussion as it stands. And I think maybe the players probably need this, albeit we didn't want an injury break, but this pause in the game to just think, right, we've had 5 minutes, this is not going the right way, this is what we need to do here and there. Yeah,
definitely. I feel like from the start we've not really took control of the game. So hopefully this little break now, you know, the more experienced players on the pitch can allow the girls to settle and get back to the game plan, which is obviously to win and play our own game, really. We're at home. So we've got an advantage there, and we just need to get started from now.
You know, the Stockport players, I think, have been told to come across to the bench for either a warm-up or a drink, or just to try and, of course, maybe sometimes as well take their mind off the situation. They're obviously the teammates, the friends at the end of the day. They don't want to see a player down and a teammate injured. So if you are just joining us here on LUTV, we have had a challenge or a bit of a nasty fall from the Stockport players, who again will confirm who it is when we get the opportunity. And that's really good to see as well, that the player is able to come off the pitch, and both medical departments helping out, and even a smile to add to the occasion as well. So that's all we wanted to see. Whether or not that the player can come back on, which would be an added bonus, and it looks like the game is going to get back underway. And in professional sport, these are sometimes the fine margins where if Leeds can start quick again here from the throw-in, that they can create an opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. If we can start here from the front, we'll be on the front foot from the start. So hopefully they can, now they've had that little chat, they can get straight into it.
Yeah, Hamill just deciding back and forth whether she wanted to go for the long throw. Eventually it is popped inside, and the official, I think, is going to say it is a foul throw, and Catherine Hamill perhaps a little frustrated there. He wanted to go for the original effort, and that is one that she wants to forget about, as Stockport can now try and build out from the back. Laura Bartup, the closest Leeds player to the action. Danby goes back to Hamill, who will send it straight back down the line. 11 minutes gone in Tadcaster. Very little of match action so far. A lot of midfield touches and tackles and very scrappy players. Laura Bartup will try and get down the line. She will win Leeds United a throw. Of all Leeds players, really, Laura Bartup's perhaps been the most involved.
Yeah, definitely. From what I've seen so far, she's been in quite a lot of build-up play and winning us a throw-in. Sorry, I'm surprised Kath's taken the throw-in. That's
I was about to ask you that.
A bit.
Bit left field. It's not the norm.
No, I'm surprised she's this far up the pitch, but I mean, very interesting. Let's hopefully it works.
Yeah, she'll take the next throw towards Bartup. That one a lot crisper. Flicked back by Bartup and towards the edge of the box. Floated to the far post. Here comes Brown. And Brown to score at the far post. Beautiful from Leeds. And at the back stick, Abby Brown unmarked. Throwing worked a treat. Really good support play. And a really good ball as well to the far post. And Brown is there to tap home. It's Leeds United 1, Stockport 0.
That was a great cross. And Abby was in the right place at the right time. And like you said, that's just come from Laura winning that throw-in. So that's very positive. It's nice to see her involved in it.
Yeah, great delivery. And as a forward player yourself, Paige, a striker or a forward's dream really, to just to try and attack the ball at pace and steer it home.
Yeah, definitely. I think Abby was in the right place at the right time there. She was composed, which is what you want to see.
Yeah, so Leeds, after this scrappy start, have now got the lead. And I mean, you look at the pre-match comments from Coach Rick Passmore. He was trying to discuss how the fact that even though it was a defeat at the weekend, the fact that you as a group don't have long to dwell, talk, discuss about it, it's just straight back to action will help. And Mentioned the consistency as well, and Leeds are not going to play at their best every week. It's more about the results this season compared to last. There was maybe a bit of a difference last year with better performances that weren't being rewarded, and it's always good to have a scrappy start and then forget about it with a goal.
Yeah, I think once you get that goal up, you can really enjoy the game more, and you're a bit more relaxed on the ball, and you take charge. So hopefully that happens now, and we can get a few more before half time.
Yeah, Paige setting lofty targets for the rest of the group as Catherine Hamill gets set back in possession.
All positive.
Yeah, well, that's what we want to hear as Jenny Handy clears, and it's going to be knocked straight back in. Chance, and Handy good, alert, goalkeeping, and even better distribution to get the ball away. And now an opportunity with the Leeds United number 6, Izzy Elliott, to get it down the line. Unfortunately, Leeds couldn't keep possession. Elliott, though, who will probably feel that she should have done better with the original pass, gets it back. Hamill steps up out of defence. And cleared away again by Elliott. Leeds just need to get more of a foot on the ball. Maybe try to play it out from the back a bit too much. Catherine Hamill had to be brave in the challenge. The Stockport player was a little stronger. It was Harriet Horton that flew into the tackle. Maybe just playing with fire a little bit there, Paige. Maybe sometimes it's not as pretty to go long, but maybe that was what was needed there. Yeah,
I was just going to say, I think at that point we just needed to put a foot through it.
Yeah, chance at the far post, and Leeds get a little bit lucky. Looking at the reaction of the players, perhaps more than a little bit lucky, as Jenny Handy was pretty composed the first 10 minutes. Just misread that the flat of the ball, and lucky for Leeds that the bubbling ball bounced past the back post.
To be honest, I thought that was going in then, so I'm glad it didn't hit the net. But
yeah, the Stockport players have managed to make things a little scrappy for the home side since taking the lead. Leeds need that, maybe that 5-minute calming period just to get their foot back on the ball, as that throw is a little short. Stockport wanted a free kick. They're not going to get one. Figueiredo was coming off second worst on that. I think the referee's going to let that challenge go as well. And I think overall the referee, or even the linesman as well, on the near side, has probably missed a free kick to Stockport there. It certainly looked like a foul, but we hope we'll just balance the books and it will work in Leeds' favour as the game goes on. Here is the Stockport number 11, Maria Figueiredo. Played out towards right back Shauna Jean. Figueiredo again prods the ball down the line. It's a aimless pass really. And Bridie Hannon will keep it in for Leeds.
Yeah, she's doing a sweeping role there, which she's very good at. So picking up all the loose ends.
They seem to work very well as a centre back pairing, do Hamill and Hannon. Worked really effectively last season. Leeds will chase this down. Bartup just tries to put her body in the way of the clearance. Danby inside towards Smith. Good work from the Leeds midfield pair. Beautiful touch here. There's a chance for Brown. This is beautiful from Leeds. It's going to be just dragged wide. What a move that would have been for Leeds United Women to double their advantage, get a second goal, and a second goal for Abby Brown. Carved Stockport open, and just a little unfortunate, a whisker wide, Paige.
I mean, that was a great team performance. It's unfortunate we didn't get a goal out of it, but I mean, if the idea is there and it's being created, you can't complain. So hopefully we can do that a few more times. But I think Abby would be disappointed in herself on that. But she's got herself in a great position, so that's a massive thing.
It's great support play as well for Brown. A little bit narrower than perhaps we would have seen her in the first 10 or 15 minutes. Just tucked in alongside Bartup. It was almost like a front two on that occasion.
Yeah, it seems to be the case, and it seems to be working nice. The partnership up top at the minute has been really good.
Brown can't get a meaningful touch to that pass. They've actually eventually scrapped the clearance, and Ellis will get caught on the ball. It's a good challenge from Stockport, and the referee will point to the ball to demonstrate that. Now Leeds under pressure, but Bass will cancel that out with a good interception. Tries to float it over the top, bit too rushed. And just those fine margins where Leeds need to keep hold of the ball a little bit better. Stockport go down the left-hand side. Now Hamill comes across. Pat towards Handy will get plenty of power behind this clearance. Smith will fight and wrestle away, and Smith does really well. Takes the player out of the game with a really good crisp pass down the line. Bartup is offside, and Leeds just pretty much the tail of the tape page at the minute. Some really good stuff in flashes. there may be a poor pass or an offside, but I'd say they're certainly the longer the game has gone on, Leeds have grown in confidence.
Yeah, I feel like from the start and obviously to now, we've been showing that we are the stronger team at the minute. So, I mean, that's what you want, and hopefully we can carry it through to the 90 minutes. We've got hard-working girls in the squad, so I hopefully it can be carried on.
Yeah, good clearance from Hamill. Bass will try and help it on its way down the line. Can't do so. Needs to switch back on for what was about to be a quick throw, but the number 10, Kenzie Bentley, decided against it. It is now going to be Lily Weston to take the throw-in at the Sotrac Stadium. If you're just joining us on LUTV, Leeds United Women 1-0 to the good against Stockport, thanks to Brown's goal. We nearly just added a second, and now she wants to drop deep for the ball and carry it down the left-hand side. She sets off on her way, trying to use the pace of hers, trying to take it past the number 8, which was Kennedy Owen. Figueiredo, Brown gets back, and it's been a hard-working performance so far from Leeds.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we, as a team, we've been pressing as soon as we're at possession, winning the ball back quite quickly, which is what we've been working on from the start, to be honest, from the season. Hopefully we can get the ball more in the other half.
Yeah, Elliott was just caught out, but racing back with the rest of her Leeds teammates. Danby's caught out as the shot's going to come in, and it's good handling this time from Jenny Handy. The first one was an error. Second time around, really good for a goalkeeper's confidence to just get hands on the ball, just basically wipe it from your memory, that first chance.
Yeah, definitely. I felt like she's quite a young player, but at the minute she's been doing really well. She's been showing composure, and obviously getting your hands on the ball gets you into the game really as a keeper, so I think she'll have a good game. Yeah,
I think she looks from the very early flashes we've seen so far this season that as you say, confident on the ball, more than happy to take it from teammates to help out. Always an added bonus for a defender. Spartup, who felt she was fouled in that build-up, doesn't get the free kick. It's a loose pass from Danby. Elliott Courts trying to get forward. Leeds have to try and get back here, and they've done well. Danby's pass, which was poor, intercepted by the Leeds number 7 as it's wide. Elliott's tried to pick out Brown. Brown will get a slight touch to the ball. Leeds will claim the throw, and they get it.
I feel like she's done well there after losing it, and then pressing straight away to win it back is what we want. I mean, it's not always a bad thing that we lose the ball as long as you can win it back. It's what she's just demonstrated, so that was really good.
Bartup flicks it on. Great header from Laura Bartup in towards Brown. She's got Ellis alongside in the box, tries to get it there, couldn't squeeze it through, and it was a good interception. It'll fall to Smith, who's going to go for goal, and Catherine Smith has obviously been very inspired from teammates last season. Kenisha Underdown has got a few cracking goals. I think Kirsty Hunt against Stockport was a decent one from range. So Catherine Smith thought she'd join the club.
Yeah, I think that ball's still falling, to be honest, but she won't be happy with that. But yeah, we had some great goals last season. 2 from Kenisha Underdown against Bradford, absolutely class. And obviously Kirsty Hunt against Stockport, like you mentioned, from range. So I think we'll see a few more this year.
Yeah, you've got to, of course, try and go for a goal if you think you've got the confidence to do it, Smith. I think it was just an awkward bounce, wasn't it? And she got the time again. That's the beauty of us getting replays and looking at different angles to analyse it. But she only got one look at that ball, unfortunately for her and the team. Blazed it over the crossbar again. Pretty composed from Handy. Bit of a risky pass back inside. Danby will get there and helps out for Leeds United and just has to play the sweeper role in defence. Elliott whips it down the line towards Bartup, and Bartup holds it up. Ball in behind from Witham looking for Ellis. I don't think it was a bad idea. I think it was over hit, but again it was similar tactics. Good ball down the line from Elliott up towards Bartup. Held it up well and trying to bring the wide players into the game. Yeah,
it's the link-up play we've been working on massively, going through the midfield. Danielle's very good at playing a ball like that as well, so it's not often you'd see an overweight pass from herself, but the idea is there, so that's the main thing, and hopefully we can do a few more like that.
Yeah, this is a Leeds United throw. Catherine Hamill again is going to take it. Just wondering, as an observation, Rebecca Bass with the hand strapping. Is that perhaps? I thought I saw wear that last season and still take throw-ins, but
I mean, I don't think I think that's probably why Kath has actually taken the
Yeah,
phone.
I'm just wondering.
Just thinking about it now, it definitely probably is. But I mean, she could probably give it a go and see if it's all right. But
she would be the sort of player I would suspect would give it a go.
Yeah,
and
100%.
defy medical logic and just get on with things. As Hamill takes this free kick towards Barton, who heads towards goal, and it is wide of the target. But there's also, as we mentioned earlier, a few new faces, but there's also a continuity page in the squad. Some regulars that had a really big impact. We know Bass, but the defence pretty much has stayed the same. I know Olivia Smart is injured tonight and can't play, but there is that cohesion that I'm sure will help. You had your experiences from last year that you can learn from.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously last season we were all kind of new as a team, and obviously we've had the season to play. The back four are playing great together. It's nice to see Izzy Elliott playing a bit more frequent in the first team. She's got great potential. She's a strong player as well, so I think it will do her good this year being with the firsts.
She's got the ball now. Nice trick from Danby originally. Smith tried to squeeze it in behind and couldn't do so. It'll fall into midfield for Ellis, who again just shows that little burst of speed to get to that loose carry. Hamill wide to Ellis, who will give her it straight back. And Catherine Hamill now tries to steer it down the line towards Bass, who just can't keep it in. Leeds can mop up though and come again. And there has been a few flashes from Stockport so far, Paige, where they have shown a little bit of a threat, but I don't think inside the first, just gone past the halfway point of this first half, I don't think Rick Passmore will be too disappointed.
No, I feel like he'd be happy with the first 20-25 minutes. Obviously continue it through to half time, but I think we've been definitely the bigger threats in the game, and that's what you want really, especially playing at home.
Yeah, Leeds backpedaling as the ball is played forward. A little scoop pass over the top. Elliott's got to get there, and Figueiredo will just about beat her to it. Now it's a foot race into the corner.
Yeah, she's a very threatening player, number 11. She's caused us some troubles last season. And as you can see tonight, she's definitely probably Stockport's strongest player at the minute. So we, in half time, I'd say we do need to be more switched on with her. Yeah,
quite powerful in the early stages. The corner kick taker appears to be Kennedy Owen, who is the Stockport County skipper. A man of the Leeds bench tonight, by the way. It is Grace Pomfrey, Leonie Price, Savannah Robson, Sandra Suarez-Martins and Kenisha Underdown, who I'm sure we'll see a few of those faces as Rick Passmore tries to freshen things up. It has been a quick turnaround and further action in the coming days as well. So now the rest of that coaching staff for Leeds trying to bark out the instructions, give them a confidence boost. Good header away, a brave header away from Leeds at the near post. Now Smith will chase this down, and it's good work from her. Now she sets off to chase her own forward ball. She gets there as well. Now can Leeds just hold up possession? We'll try and switch it inside. It was just a little bit too behind Laura Barter, but a frustrating pass that, because ignoring Abby Brown was the right thing to do by the looks of things. It is just that how it feels it now. It is that final ball page that's just letting Leeds down.
Yeah, I feel like it is the final third, playing the ball in there. I think Kath could have been a bit more confident in herself there. She could have took the player on and gained more pitch for us all to get up. But I mean, she's done well to get the ball and clear it out. But it just seemed to be the final third that was just getting that ball in, creating opportunities.
Yeah, the most important thing for Leeds is the scoreline there. The opportunity they did get, they took, and Abby Brown has gone narrowly wide of that far post with a second effort, as we are nearly 27 minutes into this game, the third of the season for the Leeds United Women, to try and get a more respectable league position going into the weekend. A little knockback from Bartup Smith forward, and it's a good ball inside as well towards Witham, who tries to steer it around the corner towards Ellis, who again is going to try and get there. Bartup's making a run to the near post. Ellis just has to try and steer it back to the edge of the area, floated in, Bartup's underneath it, heads towards goal, and it's just going to nestle in that far corner. Laura Bartup with a very muted celebration for what is another good goal, and teamwork personified. The passing, Stockport couldn't keep up, the ball in, and Laura Bartup rather just nonchalantly heads it into the far corner page. That
was brilliant football from the team, from the girls. I really enjoyed watching that. Again, Macy's pace down the right, pulling the ball back, making the right decisions through the midfield, and Laura getting ahead on it. That'll do her good. I think that's what she needed to start the season off. Give her a bit of confidence for the rest of the game. I mean, once she starts scoring, she can't stop. So hopefully see a couple more.
I mean, she seemed to let out a scream, but I was expecting more arm waving, knee slides.
Yeah, she does love a celebration. Some of the pictures from last season have been very staged, but I think that was just pure emotions. I think she definitely needed that goal.
Yeah, Smith gets to possession, prods it forward and loud for Brown. A foot race here, the keeper's going to get there. Abby Brown does the right thing to dive out of the way, but she's played a pivotal part as one of the Stockport players nearly goes with her out possession. Knocked back by Stockport, who will be feeling the pace of this at the moment. They'll be feeling a little bit hard done to. And Catherine Smith is what I would call the ideal running midfielder. She just seems a real bundle of energy again. Seemed to throughout the season get technically better for the system and the formation, but to play against, it must be a real nuisance to play alongside. Does help that she can maybe take some of the running yards for you as well. We'll just break off because Leeds under pressure, but that midfield three, I'm sure, Paige, something you want to be part of this season, but it's working pretty well tonight so far.
Yeah, it's going really well. I think you've got the likes of Danby, Sarah Danby, great as a 4. Danielle Whittam on the ball now. She can play a brilliant pass, and obviously you've got Kath, who's the workhorse as well. You'll pick up anything and work hard. It's what you want in the midfield as a team. You want players like that.
As a team, you want to see Rebecca Bass win corners as well, like so. And she has done a great job on the right flank to clear the ball in.
Yeah, I feel like our fullbacks like playing quite high as an additional winger. I think that's what Bassie's done there. She's done well to gain a corner.
Yeah, plenty of encouragement from the fans tonight. Plenty of encouragement from the bench as well. Rick Passmore giving out the instructions to win the ball back as quickly as possible. The intense pressing, the trying to force a mistake out of Stockport. It's worked so far. We're not even half an hour in, and Leeds have a 2-goal cushion, which hopefully can be added to here. Leeds have got Hamill just peeling away at the near post. It is towards her. Figueiredo heads into the air, and the referee will say there's a push from Abby Brown or something. Abby Brown looks as perplexed as I sound. I didn't see anything wrong with that.
No, I was a bit confused then. It looked like it was Bridie who was being penalised for it, but yeah, I completely missed that.
We'll say it was nothing. We'll go biased as Stockport will get possession on the edge of their own box. Again, Leeds smothering and getting it to Brown, who just tried to turn it around the corner. Good work again from Witham, who has really popped up in good areas tonight. Ellis tries to swing it in. It will fall for Witham once more. Will swing the ball in. It's a teasing cross, and the keeper was panicking onto the roof of the net. But it does seem like there's some little partnerships building here. We've got Danby on the left with Brown. We have Witham with Ellis, and then when you've got someone in the middle like Laura Bartup, it's a quite a deadly combo so far. Yeah,
definitely. I think we're working really well. The link-up play's been really good. Like I said, hopefully we can just keep this going now through to half-time and go in winning.
Yeah, ball at the edge of the box and closed down from Leeds. And I guess that would be the lessons for last season as a group. Is there something that you've discussed collectively of where you want to improve from last year? Is it seeing games out, or, managing games, or is it a different area of the tactics?
I feel like as a team, since Rick's come in, we've been really understood. We've fully understood what our identity is as a group of girls, a group of players, and as a team, and we've all just gelled massively, and we all know what we want from the season. So that's constantly in our heads. It's constantly what we think about training and before games and what we prepare for. So I feel like it's so positive, and we're just trying to smash the season out, really.
Yeah, it's that same sort of vibe the players are giving off tonight in terms of just smashing down the defensive barriers that Stockport are putting up. And Bartup again here turns it out wide towards Brown. We know if she's got the pace to get there. Can she return the favour towards Laura Bartup? She might have to do so delayed, and Brown will go towards the byline, cuts it back across the face, and it was nearly on a plate for Laura Bartup. They tried to work in unison, and it'll work out towards Ellis, who played it to the edge of the box for Witham, who will just turn it back towards Bass, so she will go for goal. And if we thought Catherine Smith's shot was taking a while to come down, then Rebecca Bass's will do the same. But that's, I'm being sarcastic and trying to joke there, but the confidence of the players tonight, shooting from range, getting into the byline, it's been a really effective play. And so far, I think Stockport perhaps will feeling a little bit sorry for themselves. It could be 3 or 4-0 this.
Yeah, I think that's still falling with Catherine's, but no, exactly like you said. Obviously, if you can feel like you can take a shot from there, you've obviously the confidence as a team is obviously there. So that's what you want from your girls. If you feel like you've got the confidence to play that kind of ball or have that shot, then go for it.
Yeah, Stockport in possession. Out wide it goes towards Bentley. Back on the inside, a quick 1-2 was, I think, the intended target, but misplaced pass. And Riley Hannah, I think you mentioned earlier, Paige just trying to sweep up the errors, does so again. That's a good tackle from the Stockport defender. You had to be there at the right time. It is Fran Davis. I think it was Davis that was down with a head injury as well earlier in proceedings. So if we do get a bit of stoppage time towards the end of this first half, and you're just joining us here on LUTV, that is why.
Abby Brown did really well there. I feel like she was pulled back a little bit before the tackle from the Stockport centre half, but she's done well to work hard and win the ball back and get a throw for us.
Yeah, there's been some more collective performances tonight, players growing into the occasion. Ball down the line, and again Hannon gets to it, not the most convincing, but she decides to use that strength of hers and just outmuscle the Stockport player. Down the line to Brown, who early doors goes looking for Bartup. It's a really teasing ball. Stockport nearly get to it with the defender. Keeper takes control. Now it'll fall to Smith, who gets it down the line towards Ellis. Ellis back on the inside to Danby. Danby shaped to shoot, was trying to dummy. The Stockport player read it perfectly, and it is cleared away. And Stockport, tactically, Paige, look like they're going for the kill very early doors, try to catch Leeds out on the counter, maybe get pace in behind. It's an interesting tactic considering the play that Catherine Hamill and Bridie Hannon are as well.
Yeah, Stockport doing well to chase balls down. Obviously, we don't get much time on the ball, so after seconds they're on you, and never been any different, to be honest. So it still looks like quite a challenging game. We just look like we've just got that bit more foot in front at the minute.
Yeah, we can, of course, wish for an extra goal or two before half-time. Throwing to be taken by Catherine Hamill, number 17, alongside her Daniel Witham, who has played a key role in midfield. Ball prodded in behind and looking for Smith, and the goalkeeper Charlie Bolland will take control.
Midfield 3. Right, here he comes, win the header, win the header.
Smith meets the goal kick. Alice tried to turn it down the line in her path, and she's going to do so, but it's Bass that gets there, and Bass tries to win a corner and does so successfully.
Yeah, I thought it was quite unlucky for Bass there. She'd done well to get the ball that as far as that up the pitch. She's got pace, so I think that was unlucky for her, but we've got a corner, which is a positive.
Who do you need back? Bass, we need another one there. So we're talking to Cat. No, you need.
So Sarah Dunby in the number 7 jersey for Leeds are going to.
Right, Megs, you've on the edge. You've on the edge.
She's going to wait for her teammates to come across. There are 5 white shirts in the box. Danby puts plenty of air on this one underneath. The keeper gets a slight hand to it. It'll fall to Hannah, who's going to try to steer it towards goal. Great save from Charlie Bolland to deny Riley Hannah what would have been a really good goal. A very casual thumbs up from her, as if that's the norm. But technique-wise, Paige, that could have gone horribly wrong. Very difficult to get the body over the ball, but steers it very well. It's a very good save as well to match.
Yeah, Bradley's done really well there to try and get a foot wrap around the ball. Charlie Bolland is a good keeper player for myself. She's very confident, so putting out that kind of save is not something I've not seen before. But that was very unlucky for Bradley. She's done well.
Yeah, the corner was really good as well to put pressure on the Stockport defence. Now can Danby do the save again? She's just going to float this one to the far post, flicked on by Bartup, who gets back for a second attempt, and the third effort from the edge of the area is high and very high, and it was number 17 Daniel Witham who got a smile about that. It's there to be hit. Laura Bartup scuffed the lines first time around. I think if you, Paige, or any of the other Leeds United women in front of the cameras tonight would have shot as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think Danielle is definitely the type of player that will be able to score from that distance and pull off a wieldy shot. It's nice to see she can have a laugh about it. I suppose that kind of feeling of the game is what it's about.
Yeah, Bartup gets it back. Leeds will give away a free kick. Catherine Smith penalised for a foul down the side of the leg of Harriet Horton. Laura Bartup standing on the free kick, and she's going to get yellow carded for this. trying to stand on a free kick. I think she might have been watching Everton from last night. Very astute game management. I mean, it does seem needless though.
Yeah, I don't think there's any need in that, to be honest, from Laura. I mean, we're 2-0 up, and having a yellow card at this point in the game is still quite tight. So yeah, it wasn't really needed, but you can see the frustrating if someone's pushing you, but again, not needed.
Yeah, she is going to try and make amends with the ball at her feet. Out wide it goes then towards Alice. Tries to turn it inside to Witham. Bartup was on the edge of the box but couldn't be picked out. And 38 minutes gone, Leeds United 2, Stockport County 0. Both goals coming inside the first half an hour. Abby Brown in 12 minutes. Bartup with a header in the 28th. But Leeds have had further chances. Brown's gone close. Hannon likewise. As Catherine Hamill goes short with a throw in towards Bartup. Another foul throw, and just maybe a lack of confidence. Every time Catherine Hamill seems to be going for the long throw, she seems to back out of it. Maybe Leeds around her teammates can just make things a little simpler.
Yeah, I mean, it's the basics really, but I feel like Kath's never really in the position to take throw-ins. I mean, but it is the basics, and hopefully after 2 she makes sure of it next time.
Yeah, Smith takes the ball forward. Into the box she goes, again just charging with real venom and power. Runs out of options, runs out of help really from her teammates, but might go back for a second attempt here, and she does. She outmuscles the Stockport defence. Now could she turn it across the box? She tries. Abby Brown was there to tap home for a second time tonight. Unfortunately for Leeds, Stockport were alert to the danger, as now it is with Witham prodding it forward. In fact, it was Ellis, should I say. And it does look like Stockport have managed to just absorb the pressure, and it is with Figueiredo, who gets away with some nifty footwork away from Hamill. Plays it forward. 2-on-2 situation dealt with by Elliott. But again, Stockport's tactics very clear. The minute they get the ball back, it is straight away down the line into the channels. You do wonder if that is a game plan they change after half-time, Paige. Maybe try and build up a bit more methodically, work it into the midfield. But
yeah, I feel like their front 3 are probably around their strongest players in the squad, attacking wise, but to utilise the ball the most, so that's probably what they're looking for.
It's into midfield for Stockport. They are going to try and turn it around the side of Brown's legs. Danby Court, and it is going to be Hannon that smashes the ball away. Bartup shields possession, then flicks it on towards Ellis. Ellis tried to get and use that power of hers, and she takes another Stockport player down with her as a prisoner. She's flying into those challenges. She's clearly going to have a lot of power and pace to offer this side this season. Ball over the top for Stockport, cleared away and mopped up by Jenny Handy. And just a little bit more joy for Stockport, winning the ball up a little bit higher, Paige. Yeah,
the ball's been in our half a lot more in the last 5-10 minutes. So they seem to be putting a lot of pressure on us compared to the start.
Yeah, Laura Bartup, who just picked up a slight head injury as Ellis gets into the box, goes across, goalkeeper saves, down to her left-hand side. And you've got to credit Macy Ellis for a while. She got the flick on from Bartup, or deflected header from Stockport. She pretty much did that all on her own.
Yeah, again, her pace coming into that, it's a great aspect to have as a football player, and she uses it really well. Again, good effort, and to keep out to make a save, so that's what you want.
Yeah, Danby trots away towards the corner flag. So in the box we have Brown in the number 9 jersey, Bartup in 16, Hamill in 5, Hannon in 12, and well, Ellis was in the box but decided against it. Witham pulled away to the edge of the area. She's going to get possession now, floats the cross in, it's headed up and away by Davies. Bartup tries to flick it back in, Hamill towards goal. Referee says Laura Bartup has given away a free kick. But again, like the invention of a different set piece routine, Stockport fell asleep, Paige, and Leeds tried to punish them.
Yeah, I think that was a great effort from Danielle then, coming out from the corner. Just unfortunate about, again, a foul from Laura, but we look positive in that final third now.
Bass deflected pass down the line. Catherine Hamill will make her way forward to take the latest throw. The head injury to Laura Bartup doesn't look to be too severe. I think it's just a slight bump, and she's back up front ready to try and react to a throw-in down the line. Hamill looking for Ellis. She picks her out. Ellis down the line attempted cross. Stockport nearly give it back to Bartup, who goes across the face of goal. It was a bit of I wouldn't say a hit and hope, but more of a case of steer it in the right direction. It could have deflected anyway. Bit of a killer instinct there from Bartup.
Yeah, I feel like she's got the capability to have a bit more composure there in that box area, or even take an extra touch and have a shot herself with her left foot. But I think Abby wanted it, and it was kind of a hit and hope. But
yeah, she's still got her name on the score sheet. It's passed down the line to Hamill. That has either gone out of play offside, in fact, as Catherine Hamill just knocks the ball away. So into the final 2 minutes of regulation time at the Stotrack Stadium in Tadcaster. Leeds United 2-0 to the good. I think if we'd have sat here, Paige, an hour ago and said this is how it's going to go, you, the team, Coach Rick Passmore, the fans would have been pretty pleased.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the girls' performance at the minute. It's been very positive, and we definitely look like the strongest side from start to finish, really, after getting a bit more composure after 10 minutes. We've really took charge of the game.
Yeah, it is cleared out wide by Bartup, but again, she was offside. Stockport will take the free kick downfield. Well won by Leeds. Now with Figueiredo trying to steer possession back in Leeds' half. She has to go back before Stockport can go forward again. Nearly caught out at the back here though, and there is a gap and a chance for Stockport. Shot towards goal and wide. And Stockport's best opportunity for maybe 30 minutes in this match, falling just before half time. And again, it was, I guess, maybe evidence of why Stockport are trying to go early. They believe they can catch Leeds out, and there was a big enough gap for them, and a surprising gap. Catherine Hamill and Bridie Hannon, normally so in sync, but on that occasion just caught a little bit flat-footed.
Yeah, I feel like we're quite lucky with that shot. Stockport strikers usually got a good shot on her. She scored a few past us away last season, but the pressure obviously from Bridie Hannon maybe put her off a little bit there.
Yeah, it was a let off for Leeds. Inside we go towards Witham, fires it forward, and Stockport still in possession. They play it around the legs of Witham again. They're coming forward once more. Bass will have to get her legs driving back. She does enough just to steer it away for a throw, but I think she was trying to take it around the Stockport player and get it back to the keeper. Into stoppage time we go. And a high hanging ball under the lights at Tadcaster towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Keeper gets a hand to it. Danby gets in the way and gets it down the line, and now it's with a chance for Leeds to break. And again, really good pace from Witham. The first time she's had the opportunity to open up the legs and drive forward to Brown. Bartup's in the middle. Leeds could catch Stockport cold here. Brown into the penalty area, glides past one. Can he get it inside? Can she get there? She can to Bartup. Now Bartup going the wrong way for Leeds to get possession. That's got to be a free kick. It was a really late challenge as Witham tried to get it there to Brown. Well, maybe Witham would just run out of energy in the legs. Another late challenge. Referee's playing on. Advantage given this time around. Elliott steers it to the far post. It's the chance for Ellis. Here she comes at the far post, back across goal, and the keeper will get there. Well, destruction derby-like football from Stockport, just smashing into the Leeds United players. There was Bartup down, another midfielder down. The referee continued to play on. Leeds, though, all frantic. It's all action as it's swung in. A chance here for Ellis. Can she steer it towards goal? It is blocked once more as the shot comes in. Bodies queuing up. Brown tries to tear it away onto a stronger left foot, and it's into the bottom corner. And finally, the pressure tells. Leeds United 3 or 4 efforts before Abby Brown finally gets the ball home, and Stockport couldn't get past the white wall of Leeds midfielders. It is 3-0, and Brown has 2 just before half-time.
Yeah, brilliant play from the girls. I think we deserved that build-up play. Worked hard to get that goal, and Abby be really proud with that. She's done well. Right, was it left or right? Left foot?
Yeah. Just used the body perfectly to just steer it onto a stronger foot. I mean, it was just a bit of carnage really for a couple of minutes. Some strong challenges. I think the players expected free kick. I think Stockport's players expected to give free kicks away. Nothing given.
Yeah, I seen Sarah Danby legs in the air at one point, bless her. But like I said, we worked hard for that goal, and I think the girls will be really happy with that one.
I mean, I've seen her put some strong challenge in herself for Danby, but again that was very, very strong. I thought the one on Bartup was even stronger. I think she's fairly tough in there, isn't it? That she can handle it, but there's some of those players that Smith is another one that is more than happy to put the foot in. Under down, another one. Leeds have got some really strong midfielders in that department, but that was certainly a challenge that they'd have felt the after effects of. So into stoppage time, 3 minutes already gone. And let's hope Danby will feel no ill effect as she sits down at half time, and the same for Bartup. But a really good first half this for Leeds. It's such a confidence booster after losing at the weekend. And Stockport prepared to take the throw. They're in no rush whether they're going to get a longer option or just get set in their formation. They're running out of time if they want to get what would be I won't say a consolation goal, but a late goal back in this first half. Figueiredo prods it forward. That is going to be a goal kick.
Might be the last kick of the half.
I was about to say that myself, actually. So simple, hopefully, for Jenny Handy and Great Minds Page, that hopefully this is just a very short routine. Out towards the right-hand side. Referee, in fact, is going to continue for a little while longer. Pass down the line towards Bartup, who will chase this down. It's going to need a bit more support, this, for Laura Bartup. She gets it in 3 willing midfield runners. And instead she goes back, and it is towards Bass. Bass down the line. Needs to try and sit that on the Tadcaster pitch for Leeds, but it does not. And it is going to be with Charlie Bolland, and that is half time. So 3-0, Page. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Very tough, I guess, to say, is there anything you want to see different for Leeds United? But a strong performance. Is it a case of going for the jugular and just getting more and more goals and keeping a clean sheet?
Yeah, definitely keeping a clean sheet for one. Maybe getting a few more second half, but I think if we just keep this momentum coming out the change rooms now for the second half, we'll be flying with the 3 points. So I think what happens in the change room now will be a massive impact on whether the girls' mentality on the way out.
Yeah, so fingers crossed it is another positive 45 minutes. But from the half-time interval at the Sotrac Stadium, Leeds United Women 3, Stockport County Ladies 0. And myself, Tom Hill and Paige Williams will be back in around 15 minutes' time. Welcome back to LUTV's coverage of the second half of the league encounter between Leeds United Women and Stockport. Just waiting for the Leeds team that were a little bit later out of the changing rooms than their teammates. But Stockport were out early, by the looks of things, for changes. We have had several made. And by the looks of things, we had 17, 16, 14 and 12 on, which would be Howard, Wild, Ritchie and Forrester. So we'll work out throughout the second half who has come off. Of course, Leeds for now look like they've gone with the same team, but we will just wait and see on that front. Myself, Tom Hill and Paige Williams have brought you all the action in the first half. Again, really enjoyable to sit back, Paige, and watch it. Watch the players go through the motions. It was a struggle at parts, then the classy teamwork, the 3 great finishes. It could have been 4 or 5. And it was interesting to speak to you at the second half about, at half-time, about what it was like for you as a player watching. You said it was frustrating at times because you can see what you want the team to do, but you were very complimentary, and we have fingers crossed it's more of the same. It's a performance really that's got the right to maybe be a 4 or 5-0 night tonight. Yeah,
definitely. Like I said before, half-time, it all depends on the momentum you can bring back out after being in the change rooms. And obviously Rebecca Bass, captain, she's a great captain. She'll definitely get the girls going. So hopefully they come out positive and from where they get going and keep control of this game.
Yeah, we will see how the game pans out as Elliot is caught on the ball. First touch just to put herself under pressure. She recovered very quickly. Now has to get back defensively for Leeds. Stockport on the attack with Forrester. Attacking changes made, going for a quick response at the Stockport coaching staff, and they've got a corner. Round of applause for all the teammates in the penalty area, and a big 5 minutes, Paige, really, for Leeds. It's the changes will maybe catch the coaching staff off guard, or at least have to go through the game plans for who will work out where. We might get a change in formation, so very important that the scoreline stays as it is, or only improves for Leeds.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Stockport now have had 45 minutes to kind of analyse and assess our game plan, and they've made changes. So it's just about us now understanding what they've done and coming back with a fight.
We wait to see this delivery. It's looped in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Leeds get to it eventually with Macy Ellis, and she decides to turn around at first. Could have cleared down the line. It's a lucky deflection in Leeds' favour. Could have gone anywhere, that ball, but Leeds do regroup with Hamill out towards Ellis, who's doing the defensive work, and now Leeds get the ball back. It was an attempted ball down the line by Smith. Hannon with the up and under, no nonsense approach to go towards Brown, who will bring it under control at the second time of asking. Yes, throw-in goes Leeds' way on a hat-trick, of course, Abby Brown. And we wish her well with her endeavours to get that, and always good for confidence to get early goals at the start of the season. 2 in one night, even better, as Danby tried to go down the left flank. Hanging ball in the air by Smith. And a bit similar to the first half, Page. We were quite frantic, nobody taking control.
Yeah, Stockport seemed to come out very positive, very strong in the first few minutes of the second half. I think we just need to, again, get control of this game like we did. And start playing the football that we ended with in the first half.
Yeah, looping ball down the line towards Brown. A little flick onto Bartup. Bartup just shaping as if she was going to go for goal. Decides against it. 1 touch, 2 minutes to go. Advancing down the line. A pass back to Hannon, who took her eye off the ball. Now she's got to race back. The shot comes in, and it's well wide of Jenny Handy's goal. And Jenny Handy watches this ball whistle past the post.
I think taking a positive from that, if Stockport have felt the need to have a shot from quite a distance, so it shows like how high we're playing as a back four and the pressure we're putting on them, which is positive.
Yeah, Handy looking for further options downfield, just takes her time. Was playing it into the pocket between where Danby and Witham was stood, but Leeds have to concede territory Rebecca Bass moves out of the way for Catherine Hamill to take another throw.
Stockport seem to be first to a lot of balls at the minute. So we just need to get on them straight away.
Foul on Daniel Witham. And it's been a bit of a changing game plan. I'm not saying this is something Izzy Elliott won't do all season, but I mean, you know her more than we do. So, but normally when we have the Leeds United Women, we have Bass on one side, Smart on the other, quite advancing fullbacks. Elliott's been quite rigid and stuck to her game plan, whether that's tactically, but it's worked quite well for supporting the two centre-backs as well. I think with the Stockport playing it over the top, the extra support has certainly helped Leeds' cause. Yeah,
Izzy's a very tall player as well. She's very strong. So having that height and that strength within the back four is obviously a great help for the two centre-halves.
Yeah, so far so good from that Leeds defence. It is down the line, only as far as Elliott, who does really well. They were trying to set the traps for her Stockport, which she watched them coming, saw them out the corner of her eye, gave it inside, but Leeds have played it out of play with Danby. In fact, that ball hasn't gone out of play, and nobody on that left side seemed to realise. There's a lot of confusion here at the Sotrac Stadium, and the referee with the arm up to suggest that potential offside. I don't know where that's come from.
Yeah, I was a bit confused at what was going on. Like, the ball was out of play, and Abby Brown stopped running for it, so I'm not sure how she was offside, but I mean, just got to deal with the free kick taken quite quickly.
Yeah, unless the officials thought that Brown was offside originally, and if it hasn't gone out of play, she's then obviously come back in and interfered. I don't know, but all that matters for Leeds is that Stockport could do very little with the free kick from deep. Smith not happy that the touch she believed came off Forrester has gone against her, and it's headed away by Hamill. And that important 5 minutes of this second half is now behind us, and we are getting the confirmation of the changes. And that was first Shauna Jean, Levy Rathburn, Rothburn should I say. Next up was Jess Battle, who was pretty quiet, and Bentley, another that made way. So Howard, Wildy, Ritchie and Forrester, the ones that came on for Stockport. And I guess managerially, Page for Stockport, they haven't really got much option. 3-0 down, things not going their way. Got to force something or you know, other early doors inside the second half.
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised that Battle's come off, but again, like you said, 3-0 down. You've got to make changes, and obviously it's not working the first half for him. So hopefully we can keep it.
Yeah, chance, and it just whistles past the near post, and the mistake there forced by Leeds, because the pressure was like a three-pronged attack. It was Brown on one side, and then I think it was Witham on the edge of the box going one way, and Ellis the other. But the pace of Witham is so quick. It's such a quick turn of feet. Brown got to it. Witham just picked up the ball and went for goal as Brown's on the deck trying to scrap away for Leeds, as we were showing the replays. But it was just pressurising. Stockport couldn't go backwards. As a strong challenge comes in, there was a ball deflected away there. The referee has made the right call, and I think it was Elliott that was going in for that challenge. You mentioned she was good in there and strong. We've seen a little example of her gutsy defensive work, but that was a desperately good effort from Daniel Witham that I thought was just going to creep in that far corner. We just can't have everything. We can't have three well-worked goals as well as a long-range screamer.
No, I definitely feel like we could see a long-range screamer at some point in this game where we've got the players to be able to do it. But that was unlucky from Danielle. She did well with her feet and to get the shot off.
Yeah, it was, again, that trap set. So because the defender realised that turning inside it would run into Witham, going backwards was Ellis. It was then an effort just smashed towards goal, and perfect pressurising from all three Leeds United players, as now they've got defensive work to do, which Bradley Hannon will go across to try and complete. The strong challenge goes in, and the free kick is being given, and the referee wants a word with Bradley Hannon. And while she claims she won the ball, she's not got too much of an appeal, and a nod of the head suggests, Paige, that Bradley Hannon knows that yellow card is justified.
Yeah, I feel like she had the right idea. I think that's kind of a tackle you want to make there. Obviously not in the box, but putting your body in front of the ball. unfortunately she went through the player at the same time, but I think she took it on the chin.
Yeah, it was, I guess, a challenge that had to be made. The ball was there. Different day she could, of course, got to the challenge, but we wait to see this set piece for Stockport's 54 minutes gone. Leeds United 3, Stockport County Ladies 0. Let's hope it stays that way from this latest set piece. Ball into the near post off the crossbar. It's still not been fully cleared. The flag is up, and there's a head injury as well. And we hope that, again, both players are good to go. Daniel Witham, that is down for Leeds, and physio's racing on to make sure. And again, Paige, our thoughts are with Danielle. Put her body on the line, and a bruising collision, which we hope is nothing more than a quick bump of the heads, and she'll be able to continue.
Yeah, she's a tough girl. I mean, the collision of the head isn't great, but I think she'll be all right. Rub it off.
Yeah, see what the medical staff will suggest as we wait and see how this game is panning out. We saw the replays earlier of the first goal when the sunlight was a little brighter. Really good ball in towards Abby Brown, who was, as you can see by the reaction, so delighted to score the goal for Leeds United Women early doors. That was 12 minutes on the clock. And then back out towards Smith, who steered it forward for the latest second goal, which was, again, well worked. Bartup's run. It's hard to spot that at first. We were focusing on Ellis, and then with them towards Bartup, who just peeled away and then just flicked it with the head into the far corner. And no knee slide, no cartwheels. We could get that message to her again for next time, just to make sure we knew how much the goal meant to her. But then the third was for Brown, who steered it in with a half volley. And again, what's quite evident looking at the replays pages, the midfield support tonight has been so effective. You know, it hasn't just been Bartup and Brown in there. There's been bodies queuing up, which has made life so tough for Stockport.
Yeah, I've just noticed Danielle Witham has just 3 assists. Great stat for her. She's been involved in all the goals, obviously. Working hard in the middle, which is what you want, and same with Catherine Smith as well. Working really hard.
Yeah, game back underway now as we get Catherine Hamill in possession. She tries to play it down the left-hand side. It is deflected away. And it hasn't really been a second half of much joy for Leeds United so far. Again, the main thing is this scoreline, that they're sitting comfortably. They're happy with proceedings. Do we think maybe changes, Paige, will be made to try and freshen things up? We have got more attacking players on the bench. Get the minutes into the players ahead of the weekend and beyond.
Yeah, I think there will be a change quite soon. Maybe a midfield change, just to get some fresh legs on, a bit more support towards the attacking midfielders. But again, I mean, we're 3-0 up, which is a great score, but Stockport is still putting up a good fight, giving us a really challenging game.
Yes, certainly the case as it stands, as Danby goes across. Not sure whether that's intended run, but she looks like she's limping a little bit. Her set pieces again, though, tonight have been really strong. Good, powerful deliveries into the box. So, should she have picked up a knock, we hope it's not going to affect the set piece and she can run this off. Wasn't surprised if that's from the strong tackle in the first half. She is alone out there. Smith has left that short corner routine. She pings it into the near post. Keeper comes out, gets a hand to it. It's a battle of the number 5s, which Catherine Hamill will win. She will concede a throw. But Abby Carrington gets up off the deck, and Stockport can now come forward. Good to see as well, Paige, with it only being an hour gone, we've still got the chance to jinx it, touch wood. But the response has been really good since, of course, the defeat last time out. You couldn't tell from the body language of the players that has occurred as Bartup races forward. Oh, what feet from Laura Bartup. Now, can she pull the trigger? She goes to ground, challenge from behind. The penalty appeals pretty muted for Leeds. Not much given. Bartup on the deck now, I think, asking. And the reaction alongside me, Paige, suggests that you certainly feel that was a bit over the top. And we need to see a replay, but it did seem to be a swiping leg from behind. Yeah,
I feel like it was a bit of a swiping leg from behind, but then also the ball could have maybe been released a little bit quick. I think Abby was asking for it on the edge of the box, and then she's got the capability to have a shot on goal, but I mean, it's probably difficult when you've got players around you.
So Bartok raced away a second time, then a third. It's whether the touch was on the ball at the same time from the number 8, Kennedy Owen. After seeing a replay page, are you any more convinced the referee got it right?
Yeah, I think he's made the right decision. I think it was quite tight to see. But she done well in the situation.
Yeah, I think if that had been a Leeds challenge, would have maybe been a bit more aggrieved that it wasn't conclusive. So the referees had to make an instant call. Of course, officials do have a hard job and have to decide in an instant, especially in a game that's been played at rapid pace, as Catherine Hamill comes back down the right hand side to take another Leeds United throw. Good feet from Witham, who appeared to look like she'd lost the ball, but rolled it back under the studs. I think Bartok was being suggested to be offside. The referee let the play go. Now Stockport coming through the middle of the park. Hannon's got to get back, and she just waits for the ball to bounce before deciding her next move. And good touch away from Handy, clears it away from trouble. Elliott can't keep her in, but again, safety option. Page is the main aim of the game so far. Defensively, it's more of a no-nonsense approach, as we do have another change being lined up, and it is a Stockport player in the one that is coming on.
Yeah, I mean, the long balls and putting your foot through it isn't always the prettiest of football, but sometimes it's just got to be done, and in that situation I think Hanny did really well. While he's setting the ball back, you just got to put your foot through it and try and get the ball as high up the pitch as possible.
Yeah, no changes as of yet for Leeds.
Centre halves can't be doing anything fast, so let it go. Pass, not too far.
Mark
Not too far.
upon us.
You got to cover.
Weston, the one that was carded as well. In fact, sorry, replaced, should I say. Lee Weston was subbed. Looking down at my notes from the earlier piece of Bridie Hannon and Laura Bartok carded. My yellow card drawing. And it hasn't been what at first I thought was going to be quite a strong game. We saw a few cards given out, some strong challenges. You know, Stockport have been, even though they've been 3-0 down, there's no stopping from them, is there? There's no giving up. The morale is still of a team that want to get a goal back, and I guess maybe a sign of what the division's going to be like this year. You know, there's some good teams in there. Barnsley sitting top of the pile with a couple of wins, Newcastle as well, and you know, Stockport still proving Page are going to be pretty dangerous to the very last whistle. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, like I said, previous games in the season, Stockport have been a strong team to play against, and I know we've been defeated by them once. So they are a very strong team, and they do have, you know, that ability to get a few back in a short space of time.
Yeah, ball down the right hand side. It's towards Ellis, who has caused a problem or two for that Stockport defence. Inside it goes. Bass was trying to offer a helping hand, and she gets it back across the face of goal. It's deflected away from Stockport, and it is going to be cleared away. It will be a throw. Nice inside run from Rebecca Bass. Page?
Yeah, the link-up play was good there. It's nice to see the full-backs getting high up the pitch and add an additional threat in the final third. I think that's what we've been trying to work on a lot. Putting support around the box, and I think that was demonstrated well there. I think she did really well to try and get that overlap from Macy and put the ball in.
Yeah, it's going to be Hamill to go across to take this Leeds United latest throw. It is towards the edge of this box. Stockport scoop it up clear towards Bass, who turns it inside. Down the line it goes from Danby. Brown was trying to flick it back on the inside towards Bartok, couldn't reach her. And Stockport will get the chance to clear their lines. Good pass as well, in fact, rather than a clearance. It was more of a looping ball over the top, but Hannon's there to mop up and gets it to Danby, who's going to be losing out in the foot race of speed, but could have got rid of that ball a little bit quicker should the call have come. To let her know that a player was charging in behind her. And it's up and away by Elliott. With her men flies in. And a really good game tonight, as now she's teed up Brown, who might even go for the first time cross. Delays it. Bartok's coming in. They've also got options in. Ellis prodded towards goal. It's going to be deflected wide. And a corner.
Yeah, I think Abby did well there. I mean, getting the corners is positive, but I feel like they had bodies in the box, maybe a bit more movement from the both of them, but hopefully we can get some out of this corner now.
I mean, there's the other option of going first time, but again, you're putting a bit of pressure on yourself to get it perfectly right as well.
Yeah, exactly, going first time, but also Abby's also got the ability to take on players and have another go, and then she's on a good streak at the minute, so hopefully she can have a bit more confidence after 2 goals she scored.
Yeah, ball in towards the near post. It hasn't made it towards that. Danby's cross was sliced at the very last second more than anything, and it's her first error really from a set piece. The delivery has been spot on so far, as we said earlier. Bartup will lead the charge defensive. If you are just joining us here on LUTV, myself, Tom Hill and Paige Williams, bringing you all the action for the Leeds United Women's match tonight against Stockport County Ladies. Abby Brown has 2 goals, either side of a Laura Bartup header. And the duo now trying to combine to good effect for Leeds. Bartup towards the box, tries to swing it in towards the near post, hoping for the keeper to spill it. She does not. But the front three has worked really well tonight. I think it's been quite a good, sorry to put in Paige, it's been quite a good unit. The defence has worked well, midfield three, there hasn't been a weakness really. It's all worked quite well in sync.
Yeah, I think the 3 of them have put a lot of pressure on the back 4 for Stockport. Laura's been working really hard, Abby and Macy as well, following back through to midfield. It's been really positive.
Yeah, Rebecca Bass gets in the way. I mean, it could have been a free kick. Good work from Ellis. Tried to steer it inside to Smith. Bartup, she gets a contact. The referee shows incredible skills to move out of the way of that flying ball forward. Advantage was given. Brown nearly gets caught out, and Leeds go back towards Bass, who has picked herself up from the ground after that strong bit of contact. She wants the 1-2. Very ambitious forward ball. But again, the pressurising from Leeds is good. That's a challenge that's coming from Witham that is punished by the official. And I can tell you there's a lot of passion being shown alongside me by Paige Williams, who's gesturing as if she's on the pitch. There's a few 50-50 calls, Paige, that could have gone either way. I think you were maybe suggesting Leeds should have got more free kicks.
Yeah, I feel like it's good to play on with play and keep it going, but sometimes you want to bring it back and regain yourself as a team and as a player and go for like a free kick. But again, I mean, it's played now, and hopefully we can get something out of it.
Yeah, good feet from Ellis. That is going to be a free kick, and it could be a yellow card really. Ellis had took it past Abby Carrington, who has no doubt gone for the ball, but Leeds were on halfway. That touch from Ellis, because she could be away and on the attack.
Yeah, she's got quick feet, Ellis. I think she was quite harsh there to get that, but if she'd had it, she'd been on her way with her pace.
Yeah, ball back into the centre of midfield, and Brown, I think, was just trying to come back from an offside position, so delayed that run. Elliott will charge forward. It could well be a throw-in for either side. Took a double deflection. The referee has favoured the visitors.
I wouldn't like to be biased there, but I do feel that was a Leeds ball.
There's no problem with being biased where you sat tonight, as the ball is played down the line again. Hannon gets caught out. Of course, she can't give away a free kick. She's on a yellow card herself, so Leeds under pressure here. Stockport have got bodies in the box and on the edge, and Rebecca Bass deals with it. Inch perfect clearance up towards Bartup from one end of the pitch to the other, and now Ellis will try and get the ball in behind. She's got tremendous pace to burn, and now she's going to try and use it to good effect. Can she get in behind? Ellis towards the byline, swings it in. She was caught late. That should be a free kick in itself, and it is going to be. The linesman's the one that's given it, I think, and that is much better officiating. It was great work from Stockport. Bass saved the day, and Leeds, I think, have got, and I mean, you can tell me, this is just my perspective from the outside in, they have a much more injection of pace this year, which will totally change game plans. I mean, Witham and Ellis are so quick, and that is what's won the free kick. Yeah,
Macy's done really well. I mean, going back from Bass on the edge of the box, sometimes you've got to do that scrappy clearance. It was brilliant in the end, got to Laura, and then, I mean, 3 people touched it from one end of the pitch to the other. So yeah, pace played a massive role there. Hopefully we can get something out of this free kick now.
So Leeds are lining up the set piece, and it is with Brown, who's looking back across the box to decide where is the best route towards goal. She does have Hamill near the penalty spot, so I think Ellis is stood there as well. Bartup will no doubt go and stand near the goalkeeper. Some late runners at the far post perhaps. Brown floats it up into the air. Bartup was lurking. Stockport will clear. They won't make halfway though, but they will with Hannon, who just watches it bounce and makes it look rather cool that there was 2 Stockport blue shirts running straight at her.
Yeah, she been very composed then.
Especially on a yellow card as well. And again, I mean, Rick Passmore, the Leeds United Women coach, has kept the team the same. There's that continuity that they want, but again, you know, subs for fitness, it gives other players a chance off the bench. I guess will he be mindful of that if there's too much upheaval, it gives Stockport an upper hand a bit?
Yeah, I think he's very knowledgeable. He knows exactly what he's doing. I feel like he will give some fresh legs an opportunity quite soon. Again, a 3-0 up, but it's still quite a tight game.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the energy levels for Leeds there, as I've cursed Macy Ellis, but Bass's clearance was absolutely brilliant because she could have gone to the keeper. She actually played a really good ball. She's tried to do the same here for Bartup, who might have got in behind. Bartup goes for the lob towards goal, and it is wide of the target in the end. But again, taking the chance early, going with confidence and skying it over the top. But you know, the pace of Alice down the side to get there, you know, keep that attack going. But there is options on the bench. We have got under down the middle. We've got Suarez Martins. We know that Robson can play in those positions as well. And I guess on a different day when the going is not as much in Leeds United's favour, there is options to switch things up, which will please not only you as a player but the squad overall to know that there's some players that can make a real impact. Yeah,
definitely. I think Rick's made it very clear that, you know, if you're not pulling your weight around, if you're not working hard for the girls, for the team and for the badge that you're wearing, then he'll make changes because we've got the quality on the bench. So obviously being an impact player, it's not like you're a sub, you are an impact player, and we've definitely got that quality on the bench to come on to and make replacements when needed.
Catherine Hamill makes her way towards the near corner at the Sotrac Stadium, trying to set herself out towards Witham, who just took her time. Now to Bass, who gets it across to Hannon. Hannon towards Smith, flick on header, trying to add to the problems. Now tries to bulldoze her way into the penalty area, does that quite literally, then leaves slight foot in to just maybe suggest she was going to go for it. A overzealous approach, quite aggressive, but referee saw nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, Kath Smith's a very fast player, she's very physical, and I think she just couldn't stop herself then, but
she was not happy there at the challenge. Danby went into support. Smith goes in for a second time and concedes a throw. After the final 20 minutes we go. Listening to LUTV's coverage, Leeds are 3-0 to the good thanks to a brace from Brown and a goal from Bartup. Controlling matters. Chance to work on things as well at 3-0 up. I guess for a coaching staff page as well, that they'll learn a lot about you as a group in these situations, how you can handle being 3-0 up, how you play, do you get complacent, do you go for things. It's a learning curve for you all tonight, I guess.
Yeah, we've had situations last season where we were 4-0 up and then we ended up resulting in 5-5, but I think as a squad and I mean having more experience playing together, we're handling them situations a lot better.
Yeah, Rebecca Bass giving out some instructions, and it's those sort of leaders perhaps you need in here, Paige, where just the shots come in, it went well wide, but a defender gives a midfielder a bit of an earache and vice versa. A striker might spot something as well. Important to get more communication. There is Witham, flies in once more. And Leeds subs just trying to complete their warm-up. But no sign of switching off just yet from either side. Stockport haven't thrown in the towel. Leeds haven't been allowed to take their foot off the gas. They've been told to keep this up right from the coaching staff. Also, Stockport's effort has not allowed them any free time in this second 45. As Bass gets to it, clears it down the line to Bartup, whose hold-up plays exceptional once more. She got the trickery to add to it. She decides to go long towards Brown, who has got to get those tired legs driving forward. The keeper will come off the line and clear. Laura Bartup had easier passes on, but decided to try and go for a familiar route, Paige, that we've seen tonight, going down that left channel to try and get Brown in behind?
Yeah, I think like we said before, we've got quite a lot of pace in the channels out wide. I think the keeper did well there to come out and clear that ball, and Abby did well to run it down. But I mean, the idea is there, and it's quite positive, which is a good thing.
Yeah, Stockport give the ball away. Been a bit sloppy in possession last 10 minutes or so. Smith out wide towards Ellis. First touch shows too much of it. She was offside anyway. Just seeing Bass sink her head into her shoulders because she set off for a 20-metre run for no reason.
Yeah, I think it's important. You're especially top three. You need to make sure you get yourself inside because, I mean, there's going to be opportunities throughout the game where you're going to be through on goal, and if you're offside, you've let your teammates around you down. But hopefully, she can come back from that.
Yeah, strong challenge from Witham as well as number 14 Bradshaw. Stockport player come out on top. Ellis gets across and a bit of an awkward contact as she would run into the Stockport player. Here is Figueiredo, prods it inside. Danby can't get to it. Return pass is wide, but Stockport have bodies out there. Headed up into the air by Elliott. As calm as you like. Wasn't the greatest area to head the ball back into. All that Rick Passmore will care about is where it's ended up, and it's out for a throw for Stockport into the final 15 minutes or so. Throw into Leeds, which will be taken by Elliott. Second by the Cherif Elliott, who goes hanging into the air. We'll get a third. And don't think
slowly gaining some pitch, but
I don't think it's the most prettiest on the eye as that performance, but it's very compact from Leeds. They're giving absolutely nothing away so far.
Yeah, I think Stockport are doing really well to come out 3-0 down at half time. And still applying a lot of pressure on us. Just got to keep dealing with it and handling it in the right way.
Bass tried to clear it down the line, failed to do so. With him again, who just keeps the ball ticking over, wins the team a throw-in.
I can see Bassie being very vocal. I think you need it at this point in the game because, again, like I said before, it's not easy.
Yeah, shot's going to come in. It'll whistle past the far post, and a stinging drive from Olivia Wilde that was trying to go into that far corner. It was a really good effort from Stockport, perhaps the best of the game they've had. But that, I think, is the point you made about what Bass was just trying to do. If you just switch off for a split second and just, enjoy your own work, lapse in concentration, you can be punished. There is going to be 2 changes. And Witham is told to come off the pitch. They're checking the number, such as the confusion. But double change here. Price is the first to be coming on. And she replaces midfielder Witham. Suarez Martins is the second. And we will confirm that change for you. Suggests that Abby Brown perhaps has set off walking around the pitch, so no hat-trick chance for Abby Brown tonight. Like for like and like for like.
I think both of them players have just come off for Leeds. Should be really proud of their performance tonight. I mean, Danielle 3 assists and Abby 2 goals.
Yeah, not a bad. I hope they sit in the dugout and just a little nod of appreciation at each other. It is that very clinical. And we know Laura Bartok last year got plenty of the headlines, and you're not going to get promoted with just one player unless they get 75 goals a season, which is not ever going to happen. You need that contribution from others. They can't score the goals. They've got to get them teed up, and it's a great contribution. Now in behind for Ellis. A chance here to go for the 4th. Ellis goes for it. It's a beautiful lofted goal from Leeds United, and the pace of Macy Ellis finally gets a reward. In behind, killer instinct down the right-hand side. The defender couldn't keep up, and Ellis slots it past the goalkeeper. Leeds United Women 4, Stockport 0.
I'm very happy with Macy there. I think she really deserved that goal. Great play by the team. A well-worked goal.
And a lovely contribution for Price. I think that could be her first touch, and it's an assist. If I was her, I'd just say, bring me off. Night done.
Yeah.
Got an assist, I'll have a break, thanks.
Definitely. First touch of the game, an assist, that's the kind of stat you want, isn't it?
It has been a great performance from Alice. I mean, I thought Daniel Witham epitomised everything, used that turn of speed when she had to, threw herself into challenges. As you see, she got the assists. I was actually more impressed with her overall play than the final product. It was such that energising bit of play, but now Price has stepped onto the pitch. She gets a touch to the ball. I thought referee suggested there was too much of a touch to the Stockport player first, and he had a much better view. And Price is left frustrated, but again, as a coaching team, and even a member of this squad page, it's such a relief to, and just an added bonus to have a player that can come off the bench, that can set up a goal like that. I'll get your thoughts on Price's contribution in a second, just once this free kick has been taken, because Leeds have Bradshaw's effort to defend. 4 players in the wall for Leeds United Women. Catherine Hamill is trying to get the line up and onside for now, trying to set any traps should this ball be cleared. Hamill just in two minds to how close to stand to the edge of that wall. So Bradshaw to step up. Handy, he's trying to guide the wall. Shot comes in, not the worst effort at all. And as it whistles past the post, we'll take that all day. But yeah, your thoughts on the contribution straight away from Price and what that'll do that for the morale in the camp as well.
Yeah, I think she'll be really happy with that, especially being her first touch. She's a really good impact player as well as a starting player, so it's good to have that kind of depth on the bench and quality to come on. Not only with Price, but we've got a number of players on the bench who've got the quality and hold really good attributes for the game and to get the result.
Yeah, we wait to see what Andy can do with this goal kick. It is to pick out Danby, who just touched it the wrong way, went left, should have been clear. She went to the right and run into traffic. Ball towards Bartup, who is shoulder barged out of the way. It was a potential free kick, not given. Here is Danby picking up the pieces. Plenty of space in that midfield for Leeds at the moment. Down the line, aimed at Suarez Martins, and it doesn't reach her.
I feel like Sandra was maybe thinking of a longer ball there. Should have back to it, but I suppose the idea was there, and great run from Danby.
Yeah, Hannon out wide towards Elliott, who just tried to muscle the Stockport players. A couple have gone to ground. Leeds have got work to do here. Hannon has to be careful on a card, gets across into the near post. Leeds appeal for the goal kick, Stockport appeal for the corner, and it is the decision that goes the way of the home side. 10 minutes left.
Play the game, you 4 up. Just manage it. Manage it. You're playing again.
It stays like this period as well. A bit of a statement win for the rest of the season, for the rest of the league. I know there's perhaps teams with a better chance of getting promoted than Stockport, of course, but it shows a quick response, learning your lessons from the defeat at the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's games like when we played Stockport last season that actually came back to creep on us towards the end of the season. So getting a result against a tough physical team like Stockport will hopefully be positive towards the end of the season.
Ball taken towards that near post for Leeds. It's a combination of Hamill and Bass that gets it clear. Suarez Martins will chase this down. Out towards Howard, who puts some loft on this pass. Hannon gets across to get there anyway. Houghton near post. Hannon gets there, puts her body in the way, gets her arms out of the way as well, and will concede the corner.
I think that's what she meant to do prior to the booking from the last one. So she's redeemed herself.
I hope when you see her later tonight you can explain that to her. Yeah. The technique she needed from a different angle. As we wait this latest Stockport corner.
4 on the edge, 5 on the edge, 6 on the edge. Come and mark up.
Plenty of blue shirts in the area for Stockport to try and aim at. Not fully cleared. Hamill in there. A couple of other bodies, Elliott included. The wall of white shirts gets in the way. It's actually potentially staying in place for Suarez Martins, who will get across. A little drag back to keep the play ticking over and even get a better ball towards Price, who brings it under control. And the most disappointing thing about the entire move was that apparently went out of play. Apparently being the key word.
Again, being biased, I don't think that did fully go out of play. I think Sandra did really well to keep it in, to be honest, but obviously you can't argue with the ref, and he's made the decision now. So
very mature of you, Paige. Very mature, diplomatic answer as we get the ball down the left-hand side for Leeds. Stockport will get back on the attack. Again, it's handled by Elliot, who in flashes tonight has impressed. She's defensively put her defensive mind on and got into some great areas to stop the attacks for Leeds. It was a tired pass from Ellis. She's done enough running tonight and wanted Bass to do some more instead. Sadly, too much asked of her as Hamill flicks the ball the wrong way. She'll get a chance to win it back here for Leeds. It's back. Hamill will get a second back at the cherry. She will clear the ball away. That will be Leeds United's throw. Just what Leeds needed. And again, Bass giving out the instructions, the high fives, the celebrations, just for the little things. You know, it just keeps that camaraderie high. It's that togetherness as well in there.
Yeah, she's really good at doing things like that, especially prior to the games, you know, getting us hyped up. And during the game, there's definitely something that you need, and whether you're 4-0 up or 4-0 down.
Yeah, another throw in to come for Leeds. Handed back in by Stockport. And a chance here. Shot's going to come in, and too much power and head in hands sort of effort from Ella Ritchie. She's really frustrated with herself, but you know, Stockport have had the odd little pop shot, the odd half chance where, you know, if that had gone in, they could have changed the momentum of the game. But main thing now for that defence is a clean sheet, and you get the sort of the feeling with Bass, with Hannon back there, that anything but is a failure tonight.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the performance that the girls have put on. The back four, I think, conceding a goal now would disappoint them all, and the squad in general. But at the minute, I feel like it's been positive, and I can't see that happening just yet.
Bartup holds up possession, goes back to Handy in goal, who just floats it forward to Danby.
Great touch.
It's a very good touch indeed, as you say, Paige, and the pass out to Suarez Martins, who won the ball. The referee said it was a bit too strong. I can tell you Paige did not agree. She might be silent, but body language suggests she does not agree with the official. And
unfortunately not.
And the 50-50 shot comes in, and Stockport clear and well over the top and high and wide. It has been just a scrappy second half, I think, overall. I know Lee's got the goal with Ellis, but you know, the first half was perhaps the better of the two as a spectacle.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously Stockport are a Manchester team, and obviously we're Leeds United, so it's quite a derby, to be honest. So I think we were going to have a scruffy game at some points from both teams, but it's been nice to watch.
Yeah, tiredness as well, I guess, would maybe play its part after the quick turnaround. Hamill gets in the right place at the right time, as did Hannon there to try and get the block in. Handy will clear towards the centre circle. Smith with the header. Not sure how much she knew about the direction. She just put her body in the way of the Stockport player, shielded it, and Handy will clear, looking for Bartup, who, for Laura Bartup standards, hasn't had that many shots. She had the header that went in, so precision-wise and conversion rate will be very high, but normally very much more involved. And that's not me criticising her performance, it's more of a praise of the overall team, that it's 4-0 and the lack of reliance on a striker. Again here, Leeds bursting forward. Suarez Martins can play it across. Alice is screaming at her to get the ball inside, and whether she went for goal to try and whip it towards Alice, the technique wasn't good enough to do so. But I think that just adds to the point. I'm pretty happy they've just attacked that, because Bartup dropped off. Maybe last year the attacks would have fallen away without that pacing behind. All of a sudden Leeds have got two players further forward. Yeah,
I think with the front three, with Laura likes to drop in sometimes, and I think last year we struggled with players constantly dropping in. There was nobody actually in the final third, so obviously they're two attacking players up top, regardless whether Laura dropped in or not. We've done well to attack
Great touch as well by Smith in the pass. She's got cramp now, but she's fine, because with that pass and that little turn.
Yeah, she's done well. I think she'll be fine though. She's tough. This is Kath Smith.
Yeah, it was a really delicate touch to bring it out the sky, play it forward in just one fluid movement. Leeds get the throw. A couple of minutes of regulation time to go. Leeds 4, Stockport 0. Up in the air it goes, flicked on by Bartup. Suarez Martins will try to get there. She puts the pressure on, at least to win a throw in further down the pitch. The crowd have stayed in their numbers to watch this performance.
Yeah, it's nice to see the crowd, like you said, on a Wednesday evening. It's nice to see the lot of support we get as players and as a squad.
Yeah, real community feel about it as the popularity grows with the Leeds United Women team. Hopefully through a successful campaign again, a promotion attempt. And while it has been very enjoyable, Paige, to sit here and get your thoughts. Hopefully you're back out there and sooner rather than later. Once that suspension is finished, and I guess as a player you want to be in the team, but there's a competitive streak about this squad at the moment. You know, you're not going to get that place back, and when you play well, the same can be said for somebody else. There is bodies queuing up. Price has only been on the pitch for a little while, but played a ball in. Another one potential assist. Suarez Martins goes for goal. The flag is staying down by the looks of things for now, but I mean, Price has come on and played 2 brilliant passes. So the competition is fierce this season.
Yeah, definitely. But as a squad and as a team, like, I mean, whether you're an impact player or not, I think we've all got the same philosophy for the season, and it's to win the league and get promotion. So, I mean, if the best starting 11 is playing and we get 3 points, I think that's what we all care about. But yeah, competition is tight, and obviously you want to play, but we're one team at the end of the day, so that's what we want.
Smith to Suarez Martins, those two have combined pretty well the last few minutes. Suarez Martins tries to use that strength of her. She gets past the defender who dives in too early, squeezes it through looking for Bartup. It can't reach her. Leeds with Ellis will get there. Stockport player goes to ground. Free kick potential. There is bodies flying around anywhere, and Catherine Smith will go and pick the pocket and win the ball back. She's had a really strong end to this second half, and Leeds will go and search for a 5th perhaps before this stoppage time runs out. So into the added on minutes we go. The ball fired forward. And Stockport will now try and clear and just make sure this stays at 4. Hannon, another awkward clearance, will put Bass under heaps of pressure. Up and under battle between the two teams, which Stockport have won for now. Elliott stands her ground. The Stockport player falls to the floor. Free kick not given. Good officiating just with the throw. Have you got, Paige, a player of the match tonight which has stood out for you? I know Brown's got the 2, but is it someone that you feel will take the mantle tonight?
I think for the first half before she came off, I think Danielle Whittam did really well. I mean, being involved in all 3 of the first goals. I think Macy's done really well. Macy, Ellis, she's worked hard, that's why she's getting cramped now. But she's chased down a lot of balls and she's got herself in good positions. Overall, I'd probably say Danielle. And then since coming on, I'd say Price has done really well. She's been a really good impact player.
Yeah, Danielle Whittam would have been my vote as well. As you say, Paige, the assists are one thing, but the contribution, the performance, and Leeds United return with a bang with a second win on the down. He's now going to enter the fray. And known as more of a defensive shield in midfield, or a long-range goal specialist whenever she wants to pull out those tricks out the hat.
Yeah, Kanisha Undown's got great feet. She's a good holding player, but she, like you said, she can also pull off a great shot.
Yeah, last couple of minutes for her. Joined last season as several of the new squad did. As the season went on, she got more and more minutes as well, and will hope to be a regular starter by the end of the campaign. As Hamill gets a toe to the ball, Underdown will race forward to try and stop this Stockport shot from coming in. Bass, in the end, is the player that races across to do so, and now she creates a potential attack on the counter for Suarez Martins, who gets there ahead of Davis of Stockport. Suarez Martins turns it on the inside. It's into Danby. Leeds charging forward. Danby thought Suarez Martins had gone down the line. She didn't spot that, and instead the attack comes to nothing, and we may have to go without our blockbuster finish at the So Track Stadium. Down the line, Hannon will mop up the danger. Bass is alongside for Handy if she needed her, but the answer is a firm no. Catherine Smith has decided to roll out the footwork for this last few minutes. Another brilliant first touch that gets Leeds on the front foot, and Suarez Martins races down the left. There's not too much of an attacking input from her. She's slowing things down, just trying to draw in the Stockport players. Now she's put too much pressure on herself. She appeals for a corner, and Stockport will get a goal kick into the 94th minute. And a couple of these half attacks could have been a bit more dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're just trying to keep the result. Oh, there we are.
Trying to get the result over the line, and that's it, Paige. As you say, Leeds United Women 4, Stockport County Ladies 0. Abby Brown with a brace, Laura Bartup, and then Macy Ellis with the goals to celebrate a fantastic performance, Paige, and a great response from last week's defeat. Yeah,
definitely. I think we had to come back and show what we're capable of. I think the weekend was disappointing for us after a win, first game of the season against Hull, but that was positive, and hopefully we can carry this momentum through to Sunday and get another big game against Middlesbrough. Yeah, so Rick Passmore with a big smile on his face and every reason to have one as well. So Leeds convincing winners, really good performance. Paige, firstly as well, thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure to do the game with you on your first commentary, which I hope will not be your last. The full-time score from the Sotrac Stadium is Leeds United Women 4, Stockport County Ladies 0.
Buddy, mate, that's class. Let's go get it back. Here, ready, is here. Bridie, get him going, let's go get it back. Kathy, let's go get it back. Let's go press. Ready, Spud. Spud, let's go get it back. Finish up. Ready, go. Ready, Brownie. Go on, Brownie. Oh, yeah, we win it back. Go, Bride. Let go, keep it. Yes, Kathy. Right wing. Should we stood right wing? Should we stood next to each other? Juice. You're in here. Go on, Laura! Go on, Laura! Go on! I'll be off her! Keep going, Laura! Keep going! Win the next one, up you go! Man up! Turn! Good!
That's great!
That's what we were fucking doing last night!
Great football, Lee!
Turn again, Abby. Go on, 2v1s.
Oh, go on, Spuddy.
One more, Spud, one more. Get in the box, Abby! Where are you, Bass? Yes, Laura. Go on then, get in forwards. Go on, put it. Oh, lucky Bride.
Almost right!
Step right. Go on, go on, go on, press. Offside line up. Take time, Jen. Kick your feet in, let's go. Get in the box, White! Finish. Finish. Maybe not. Finish!
Well then, Abby!
Drive! Pass! Bridie, come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Ready, come on, here. Pass, in there again. In the area. If you scores, you've done well. Right wing, stay on side, stay on side. Great pass. Go on, go on, go on. Ball corner, ball corner. Bring it down. Put her in. Up we go, Bride. Come on, Bride. Come on, Bride. Stay there, Leonie. Stay.